What happens when three of the world's best bass pros converge on Florida's famed big bass factory, Bienville Plantation, to battle it out against each other and Mother Nature? Faced with cold front conditions, 1,000 miles of fishable shoreline, no practice time, and only 3 hours to break it all down with Z-Man baits. New location, new challenges, new twists. This is Project Z, Season 2, The Battles at Bienville. For his swim bait challenge, David has 3 hours to catch as many bass as possible using the Z-Man MinnowZ and DieZel minnows, as well as the new Grass KickerZ and SwimmerZ.
Got our real tree bag. Everything I need is right in here. Oh yeah, I can see already what we're gonna be doing. Look at this, we got DieZel minnows, we've got Grass KickerZ, we got paddlers. That, my friend, is a swim bait challenge right there, and I think we got a perfect day for that. All right, well, where we're going is right where we left off this morning. There was some fish came up schooling, and when it comes to schooling fish, right, and a swim bait, that's a great combination right there. So I'm really hoping that going back there and throwing these swim baits in there is really gonna be the trick. Now, the bad thing about the schooling fish is they have a tendency to swim around a lot and not be there where they were, so hopefully we can reconnect with them. But I got a good feeling about where they were because it was on the edge of a long bar that came out and dropped off, so that's just an ideal place for fish to like to congregate around. So they should be right around that same little area again. If they come up schooling or not, I don't know that, but at least I kind of know where they were. They made the mistake of showing us where they were by coming up and breaking, and we were able to fish for them. So we're gonna go right back to that same little area. But the difference being, as this morning we were using chatterbaits. Now I can use swim baits, and I'm gonna use a variety of them. I've got 3 different swim baits tied on right now, starting off with the smallest profile being just the little minnows, the 3-inch, and I've got a DieZel minnow on there, which is the next 4-inch, and I've also got a 5-inch on there, the Grass Kicker. So we got look at an alligator, cool is that? But we got a 5-inch Grass Kicker on there too. So I'm really gonna try to catch fish on all the different sizes of bait, and hopefully we'll match the size of the fish to the size of the lure, but we'll see how that works. That doesn't always work that way. Sometimes you catch the biggest fish on the smallest baits. So we're just gonna go out here with a mindset that we're gonna catch them on swim baits, but we're not gonna be locked into one size or one color. We'll try some different colors, we'll try some different sizes, and maybe even the way we're working the bait, instead of just reeling it back in, we'll maybe try pumping it, reeling it past, whatever it might be. We'll let the fish kind of tell us what they want. And if you listen to them like that, you can really get on them good.
David picks up where he left off in the morning and hooks up quickly, throwing the DieZel minnows.
Caught one, reeling it really fast. Did you see that? I was going to make another cast. There we go. Perfect. Just what he was looking for, right there. Now, we're gonna throw the original Alabama rig, a spinnerbait. Basically all it is a little tiny, supposed to look like a little group of minnows. Now that looks fishy. One thing I like to do is shorten up that skirt some, just so it doesn't get into that tail, because that skirt's hanging down there where that tail's trying to move back and forth. It'll stop that action, which on here, that's the whole idea behind it. So now we got lots of flash, we got lots of wiggle. You see that tail down there? What do you think? Looks bassy. We're ready to go fishing again. Check. Nice. Now he's gonna get mad. There. Now we're talking. Got him it. All right. That looked like the one that come all the way out of the water there earlier. But so far I've caught one on the open jig head, caught two on the spinnerbait, so using it as a trailer. So we really got multiple ways. You can use the bait by itself or in addition on another bait. Chatterbait is a great, it's a great trailer for any of those search lures. So, but you can fish it by yourself. And that's the cool part about it, is you can customize it how you need it. This bait I got tied on right now it's a grass kicker. And we've had the grass kicker, but this is actually kind of a new revamped version of the one that we had before. And really there's some subtle differences in it. Biggest one being the point of the bait, the front end is much flatter. Before it had a really distinct point. And so when you're trying to slide it up onto the jig heads, that was too much plastic to be balled up in front of it. So with this pointed end, like with the blunt end like it is, it really fits up snug behind that jig head. The other thing is it's kind of neck down right here. And it's really some real subtle, just kind of fine tuning a really great bait. The action is still really the same. It's got a big wide wobble to it, a lot of action, a lot of body roll. So it really looks lively in the water. And it takes very little to make it do that. I mean, you basically just reel it back in. I'm doing nothing to the bait. It's doing it on its own. It wobbles back and forth, the tail's wiggling. So it does a lot there, makes it easy. I love it when the bait is easy to work. And it being made out of the Elastec, it just lasts over fish after fish after fish. It's still usable. It stays in place where you want it to. Just an all-around great plastic, super soft. Really feels lifelike, gives it a whole different action. It's very buoyant. I think that's the biggest thing about the Elastec that makes it different than other plastics, is just how buoyant it is. Gosh. Oh, you come off.
Looking for a bigger bite, David ties on the new 6-inch SwimmerZ.
Littlest one bit the biggest swim bait. How about that? I put on the big swim bait and we caught the littlest bass in the crowd. He had some big ideas, didn't he? Ready to go again. They seem to like it. Oh, we'll weed through these jokers. Nice. He's a lot bigger than that last one. Awesome. There's a herd of them that big right there. Jump. Nice. Cue the fish. Yeah, he swallowed that joker too. Yep, there's some right there. I need a starting spot just like this at the Classic. Well, it's come to the end of my Z-Man challenge today, and it was a successful one. I'm happy about that. It worked out good. We got to catch fish in multiple ways. Never caught that giant fish, but you know, there's always tomorrow, and that's the cool thing about fishing. That's what really gets you up and wants you to get out there and try it again tomorrow, is that tomorrow may be the day. Is tomorrow the day I catch that fish of a lifetime, or is it today, or is it the next cast, the next hour? When is it? So tomorrow we're going to get up and give it another try, and we'll see what the challenge has ahead of us. I know it's going to be cold, so that's going to be part of the challenge, but good news is we're in a good spot. We're around a lot of fish. It's just going to be up to us to figure out what it's going to take to make those big fish bite. But overall, success. Love it.
Next time on Project Z, Steven warms up fast after a major cold front passes by, setting the hook on a giant. Will he complete his challenge, or will Mother Nature get in the way? This is Project Z, Season 2, The Battles at Bienville.